Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon 12 ton, 12 ton, and it's a French Tier 8 light tank located on the north spawn of Malinovka under the command of zoeballz of RTR. Now, it's one of the only, in fact it is the only light tank in the game which is made by Bat Châtillon. All the rest are AMX series. And this is the Bat Chat contender for the French Light Tank Contest, which was eventually won by the AMX 13, which is also 13 tons. Well, Zoe's off to a quick run and moving over to the hill overlooking the field. Now she's got a 75mm gun and capable of 170 alpha. And as you can see here, she's got 4 shells to fire, and she's carrying AP and APCR, but no... Oh, she's been spotted. Ouch, that hurt. Went into the tracks. It was a strip. She used the repair kit. She carries 2 repair kits, one a small one for untracking yourself just like that, and one large one which then she uses if she has multiple failures, usually caused when you get hit by Arty. And that can be very handy, but it also means you are vulnerable to any Arty fire, to any fire that may be caused, and you can't carry premium consumables because obviously you'd be missing either a repair kit or your first aid. Okay, she's got a number of targets ahead of her, but she's not firing at them because she's spotting them instead. She's enabling her team to get shots on them, and Arty is already at work. She's picked up 755. No, scratch that. 1,166 spotting already. And that's useful. And she's spotted an IS-3 going up the hill and another IS-3. So she's spotting a lot of enemy as well. And of course, that's terribly useful if you're going to make it to get a scout medal. Her teammate, her platoon mate, is up on top of the hill in a Type 59 at the moment. So he's there to stop the enemy moving up, and she's got another teammate going up there as well, another platoon mate, and he's in an IS-3. Now I think that they're all from RTR. Yes, they are. They're all from RTR, Royal Tank Regiment, which is a platoon which actually has the approval of the Royal Tank Regiment. Of course, you may know that the Royal Tank Regiment was the first armed forces in the world, the first body in the armed forces to actually have tanks. They were given the title of the Royal Tank Regiment after the First World War, but they were the first ones to deploy them at the Battle of Cambrai. In fact, actually, well, there were tanks in battle before Cambrai, but Cambrai is the one that's celebrated. And Zoe fires a round in on the 4502, and she gets a hit that time, 182. And that 4502 is looking in this direction, and she gets a second hit with a fire, and he's not carrying a fire extinguisher, but his crew put it out. He must have firefighting as one of his crew skills. Now she's got a reload time of 18.75 for the 4 shells, and then she can fire them off at 2 seconds a shell once she's loaded. So she can fire her whole clip within 6 seconds basically of the first shell going out. Okay, that 4502 is hiding behind the rocks, so she's not going to get him, and she doesn't need to. He's dead. But she's already got 2.4k of spotting, and she's decided to move up because actually we do have our own tanks in the enemy cap area, and Zoe's going to try and intercept those ones who are on the hill. And there's an ISM up there, and she's decided to go into the dip. Now the dips are a very useful sight because from the enemy cap they can't see you very easily, so it's very well protected. But it does mean that Zoe's going to have to periodically pop up to have a look, see who's there, and then pop back down. But instead she's decided to go into the bush, and from this viewpoint she can see mostly over, well, in both directions. She's getting spotting from both directions. She's now got 3.9k of damage spotted. That's absolutely fantastic work, and that's going to boost her score, because remember, all the spotting damage means more XP at the end of the game. Well, they're doing very well because they're 4 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. There's a Yak Panther 2. Is that the same one? I think it is. Oh, she's been spotted now, and she gets the kill on the Yak Panther 2, but she was hit by hit by several of the enemy all at once. And yeah, she's got several damaged vehicle items now. She might have to use her large repair kit. Well, she's only used the small one again. And she could pop a reload at this moment. She's only got 1 shell in the clip. Yep, she has. Good. Always think of these tactical things. If you are actually, if you fire off your rounds and you have to do a tactical withdrawal, pop in that reload as quickly as you can, because otherwise it's awkward being at the other end, ready to shoot someone. You haven't got enough shells in your magazine. Well, the strip's gone down. And she's now up to 4,107 hit points of spotted. And she's moving in to go after that Bat Châtillon 25. It's the tier 10 medium tank, and there's a Lorraine 40 ton in there. And the Lorraine, I think, saw her. She's fired 1 round in on him. Oh, there's the enemy Arty. She switched targets straight away, puts 1 into the FP3805. And gets the second one in, but unfortunately it's not enough to take him out. So she's just going to circle him for the moment. And he's been killed. She picks up the spotting as well on that. And that's game. Excellent work there by zoeballz. And she reloads to complete it. Oh my gum, she's got the Holy Trinity. Yes, zoeballz in the Bat Châtillon 12 ton managed to get an ace tanker. She also picked up what I call the Holy Trinity. It's the spotter badge, the scout badge, and the patrol duty. It's the if you've done the ace of all spotting games, you've helped your team to win, and you get this, you really have done your job properly, because the spotter badge means you've spotted over 1,000 hit points of damage for your team. Then the scout badge shows that you actually spotted the most enemy tanks, 9 in total, and the patrol duty means you were the sole person spotting 6 enemy tanks when they were hit and damaged by other team members. And of course she's picked up a fire for effect as well on top of that, because she did quite a lot of damage to the enemy. So let's have a look at the team scores, see where she comes out. Well, she didn't get the whole lot of damage herself in the battle. She did get enough, 1,320 hit points of damage. The high scorer on her team was the FP215B, the British Tier 10 tank destroyer. He managed to get 3,595 hit points, but Zoe comes in with a respectable 1,320. And when it came to kills, it was the Progetto who managed to get 5. Then we got the FP215B with 3, and the T92 with just 1. The high scorer on the enemy team was the Lorraine 40 ton. He managed to get 3 kills, and Zoe got a piece of him as well. But Zoe only managed to get 1 kill out of that game. But it doesn't matter, it was only 1 kill. It was certainly enough to get that fire effect for effect. And when it came to base XP, well, Zoe's right at the top of the table, and there's a very good reason for that. She spotted an awful lot of damage on the enemy. 1,219 base experience points off that one. The next high score was the Strip 103 with 931, and the Progetto M35 with 781. So let's have a look at the detail report, see how it got on. 11 shots fired, 10 direct hits, 7 penetration. Damage of 1,320 hit points, of which 622 were at more than 300 meters. She received 4 hits from the enemy. 2 of them were penetrations, 2 non-penetrations. Luckily those ones went into the tracks. And she blocked damage of 390 hit points. She spotted 9 in the enemy, so that's where she got the scout medal. And she damaged 4 of the enemy and got 1 kill. And this is the beautiful thing that ended up with the ace tanker. She managed to get 6,076 hit points of spotting damage. So she really helped her team to get the kills in at a distance, which meant obviously that that meant it was much safer for them. On a premium count, Zoe managed to get 56,186 credits, and she got 28,092 from personal reserves bonus, bringing up a total of 84,279, and after repair and ammunition resupply, she took away 74,127 credits. She received 1,829 XP times 5 on this weekend, plus a reserve bonus as well for 1829, and for playing in the platoon another 183, meaning she took away a huge 11,157 experience points from just one game. So, fantastic result there by zoeballz. Really good game, and shows how versatile the Bat Chat 12-ton can be. It may only be a tier 8 light tank, but it certainly performs very, very well indeed. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.